Hi all, this is Yunus. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll talk about two important services, Glue and Athena. You know that these are two services which help us in using SQL query against semi-structured data in the form of CSV files and JSON files. So in this video, I will create a Glue Data Catalog for a CSV file and run Athena SQL query against that. We'll see how to do that. And before we start the exercise, let me talk about how actually it works. So you may have your CSV file, the semi-structured data CSV file or JSON file in a S3 bucket. And once you have the file in S3 bucket, you will go to AWS Glue, create what is called a Glue crawler, which will go through this file and identify the schema or identify the structure of the data. And that structure of the data is written as a table in a Glue Data Catalog, or it basically creates a Glue Data Catalog or a table format which represents the CSV or JSON file. And then you can go to Amazon Athena to create an SQL query. So when you issue that query against this particular file, what will happen is it will go and identify the table structure from the data catalog, and using that structure it knows what is the structure of the data, how to read the file, where is the location of the file, etc. Based on that, it will go to the S3 bucket, read the data, and it will present to you as if it is a normal SQL table. So that is what is going to happen. Let's begin with the exercise. I'm going to show you this exercise with a CSV file. So we will go to the S3 bucket and ensure that a CSV file is already present there. So let me start from there. Okay, so I'm in Amazon S3 and I have a bucket called origin bucket 111, and there I have created a folder called Glue Lab. In that I have one file called countriesdata.csv. So let me show you the structure of this file. So here is the structure of the file. The title row talks about continent, country, GDP, language, population. So basically the first field in every row is a continent name and a country in that continent, then the GDP in $1 trillion, what is the language in that country, and what is the population in millions. That's all, a simple 13 row CSV file. I have the CSV file in S3. Now I have to create a data schema. How do I do that? I will go to Glue. Glue has multiple features, multiple functionalities. We will not go into the details of the ETL functionality, etc. We will just look at how to create the data catalog. You can see data catalog here. So go to data catalog and go to tables. Here either you can manually create your schema table, the data catalog table, but let's not do that. Instead of that, I want AWS Glue crawler to run through the file and identify the schema. So I'm going to click on add tables using crawler. I can minimize this. Name, I will just say crawler lab. Any name you can give. And in this page, just the name is enough. Click on next. Here it's asking, is your data already mapped to Glue tables? No, not yet. So that is okay. Add data source. This is very important. So click on that. This is where I will specify my S3 file name. So data source is S3 and network connection optional, just leave that. Location of S3 data, is it in your own account or some other account? It is in my account, so I will choose that. That is the default anyway. S3 path, browse S3, and I already know the bucket name, so I will just give the name origin bucket 111, select that. And in this, the data is in Glue Lab. Okay, so if I click on Glue Lab, countriesdata.csv. So instead of selecting this file, you have to select the folder. So just go back, select Glue Lab, choose. So this red will go away once you click outside. So you have selected the S3 path. Subsequent crawler runs, crawl all subfolders. That is okay. Add an S3 data source. Click on that. Okay, so this page is done. Click on next. Existing IAM role. You need an IAM role because Glue needs to access the S3 bucket. If already you have created an IAM role, that you can use that, but otherwise just click on create new role and just give, to keep it unique, you can add your name or any date, etc. Create. So you can see here that the new IAM role is created. That is okay. Come down. Wherever you see optional, just leave that because we just want to do the basic exercise. Click on next. Here it is asking for target database. Whatever data schema you are creating, that has to be created as part of a database. Either you can create a database by clicking on this, or you can actually add that into the default database. I have already created one, but you can also use your default database. Let me use the default database itself to keep it simple. And when it creates the catalog table, do you want to add a prefix value to it? You can just add maybe your name, or you can just say Glue Lab 10. Any name you can give. It is the name prefix. Come down and do you want to schedule the crawler to run every hour, every week, or you can see hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, etc. But I will keep it as on demand. Next. So now you have entered all the fields. You can just click on create crawler. So crawler is created, but only the crawler, that process is created. Now you have to run the crawler, then only it will create the tables. Just go back to Glue menu, click on tables, and you will see that there is nothing. No tables have been created. So go back to crawler and select this and say run crawler. Running the crawler will take 2 minutes. So I will stop recording and come back once the crawler run is complete. Okay, here you can see that the crawler status is stopping, which means it has already created the table. So just go to tables and see if it has created the table. Okay, it shows 0, but refresh. So it has created this name, whatever prefix you had mentioned, it has added it. I think we should have added a better prefix, but anyway. So it has created a table. Now click on this and come down, and you can see that this is the schema. Continent, country, GDP, language, population, it has identified. So I will show you the CSV file once again. So you can see continent, country, GDP, language, population. So it has identified that particular schema. Just go back, you can see that. Now I should be able to query this CSV file just like an SQL table. So let us do that from Athena. Go to Athena and you have to go to query editor. You can see query editor here. Data source, what is your data source? That is Data Catalog. Okay, select that. Which is the database? Where did you add your Data Catalog? I added that in default. So select default. It will list the tables here. Yes, you can see the table. Now I should be able to query this. So you can run a simple query against this Data Catalog. Something like select star from Glue Lab 10, Glue Lab. Then run the query. So you can see that data appears just like from a SQL table. So here I can be further selective, where I'll say where, not country, continent equal to Asia. Run. You can see that it has selected all the Asian countries, China, Japan, India. So you can run any other SQL queries and it will work just fine. Okay, so that's it about this particular exercise. Please ensure that you delete your S3 bucket or S3 file, whatever you have uploaded, and you can delete the Glue Data Catalog table, and you can also delete the IAM role. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll keep coming back with more useful videos. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Bye.